We are autism!
So autism is definitely a spectrum. When people have autism, they can be nonverbal and they can be highly functioning and exceptionally bright. It just means that they cope in different ways and they have different perspectives on how they view things and different strategies on how to be successful.
I'm Reelingo, I'm in 8th grade. It honestly just makes me really mad because that's not a thing that you joke about. People think that it's funny, but honestly they're just being ignorant. Well, at school I tend to go to the quiet room and take a small break and just kind of be by myself for a few minutes, or I take a small reading break. Those normally help me calm down at school. And then at home I normally just take a break with my phone or the computer, which also helps me calm down at home. Well, honestly, I think that a lot of people think that autism makes children like, and maybe some people kind of think that, oh, they must feel so bad that they feel so different. But honestly, I've been this way as long as I can remember, and I ain't fine with it because this is how I have been. Because this is my normal. This is just because you don't find it to be normal. I do. I find it to be my normal.
How do you do, viewers that are watching me? I am Carson Ramsey, and I have autism. Well, it makes me feel cuckoo in the brain, makes me distract all classes, and makes me stop doing my work. But inside my brain, it's like a different kind of world than me or something. But the way you see it, it's not possible. But the way I see it, it really comes. I feel like I'm in a different kind. I'm making new friends, making new teams. Back with War Epics. It has a little bit of violence with War Epics, and War Epics are hard. But in my world, it's about forgiveness and stuff like that. There's friendship and stuff like that. Alright.
Hello, my name is Ben Latham. I have autism. I am also 12 years old. Well, yes, in some cases, since we're on a spectrum, for some of us it's really hard since we have so much energy. It makes them really scared or confused about us. So then they decide to not come near us, and if we can't verbally talk, we can't really socialize. Well, through my eyes, I see a lot of different things. In some cases, I see more people see fidgets and so forth, the little mistakes, the little things that they want to hide. Or also, in my mind, I don't really like reality, so that's why I usually sleep or nap or daydream, because in my mind, that's the place I'm most happy, where I can be who I want to be without being judged by society saying that's wrong. Autism is a spectrum. It's where we can comprehend more things than others sometimes, or we just have a bigger spectrum of thought even. Like, if you ask a normal kid these questions, you're like, I don't know what autism is, I'm just a normal kid. In our minds, we know a lot more. We know that autism is something that you should be happy about, something that you should respect, something that you should be happy to have. That's what makes you you, and what makes you unique upon everyone else in a school building, in the world.
My name's Carrie Boyd. I am a speech language pathologist. I work for Claremont County, but I'm based here at Goshen Middle and Goshen High School. But the most that I've really learned from these kids is that once you get past some of the stuff that you're seeing on the outside and you really get to know the inside, they want friends. They want people to understand them. You have to go into their world. It's too hard for them to come out into our world. And that's the biggest thing I've learned about these kids. And once you do that, you learn a lot about yourself even in working with these kids.
Hi, my name's Emma. I have autism, and I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about myself, I guess. I don't know. I honestly want to slap those people most of the time, but I fight off the urge to do that because that ain't acceptable behavior. But most of those jokes come out of ignorance, so you know. Very uncomfortable. I have to remind my parents and grandparents not to shout sometimes to my grandparents like to get real loud arguments sometimes. Oh boy. I do this thing with my legs sometimes. That's a thing. Actually, I do that most of the time also. But I usually just bounce on the ball, draw a bit. I like to draw. And,
What do you like to draw?
dragons. I'm real good at drawing dragons, y'all.
Hello, governors. I am Matthew Schmidt, and I have autism, and I know everything about Bendy. And because some people have autism, they can get frustrated sometimes. You can use things to calm down, like a body sock and fishes and all kinds of crap.
Say hi.
Hi.
My name
My name
is
is Connie.
I
I
have
have
autism.
autism.
Say I
I
like
make
unicorns.
unicorns.
Are you happy?
Happy.
Earlier this year, our son was diagnosed with autism, and it has been a learning experience for us because our son struggles to communicate sometimes effectively. He is speech delayed, and he often gets overwhelmed by sounds, lights, or just being in a place with a lot of people.
I'm Josh Jordan.
Can you say, I have autism?
I have autism. I like to play video games or go outside. I don't think about it and just act like a normal human being.
Aiden, because they help me like keep my body calm. I would play with them, you know, have like we would be talking together.
Like during break time, what do you guys do? You play
The computer.
The most important thing to remember is that even though they might be demonstrating some of these social difficulties, and it might be hard to tell, especially for people who are profoundly impacted by autism, it might be difficult to tell that they're really interested in communicating with you at all. But the fundamental thing about people, including people with autism, is that we all seek out interactions with others. And people with autism want to be cared for, want to be loved, want to have friends just as much as myself or you or anybody else. So that's the most important thing.
Hello, my name is Brayden. That people get mad when someone gets autism get mad, like they'll get mad too, and they'll get mad and they'll try and go after them or get really upset and scream and yell, something like that.
Hi, I'm Nathan. I have autism. Listen to music and to draw. What it's like to have autism, it kind of makes it hard. It distracts you from everything that you are working on.
My name is Sonia Myers. One of the most important things that I've learned about working with kids with autism is there are no two kids that are alike. They all have different disabilities. They all have different levels. Autism, they call it a spectrum, and the spectrum is big.
I do not want autism to define my son or my students. Autism is not a bad thing. It is just having a different perspective on life, and you look at things in a different way. And it's a very beautiful thing. I've learned a lot more about my son and about my students through their eyes of autism, of having autism.